Dong-seok and Scene 3, Episode 10 of Our Blues starts with us back on Jeju Island, with Yoonwee working hard, closing up the store, and then kicking back with a can of beer and snacks at home. Miran rings her well drunk, performing a song, and telling her about a trip to Paris she's looking to take part in with her daughter. Elsewhere, Dong-seok remains determined to fix up Sina's house ahead of her custody battle. The pair work tirelessly together, with Dong-seok even deciding to skip out on visiting the market and selling to the old ladies. Yoonwee does eventually leave, after pestering him on this, partly off the back of Dong-seok hanging up and calling her lazy. In her absence, Dong-seok learns that Yeol loves horses and as such, given the meadow has a couple of horses running nearby, he decides they should seize the day and ride a horse up to see him. When Sine refuses, Dong-seok convinces her to film him while he rides around on one. Dong-seok does eventually manage to get photos of her with the horse though, partly thanks to Dong-seok making her smile. The thing is, Dong-seok knows there's no time like the present and tells her not to be a fool that stares at the sea. The pair are intending to make it in time to visit Yeol for his birthday, although Taehan isn't exactly pleased with Sina dropping by unannounced. After a bit of drama getting a horse cushion for Yeol, Sine calms her nerves and leaves Dong-seok's truck, heading to school to give her son his gift. Dong-seok watches from afar as Sine picks up her boy and spends the day with him. She even shows him the pictures and videos of the horses she has. The day is a massive success, but not for everyone. Sine doesn't pick up calls from Taehan, who constantly rings her, worried about Yeol's well-being. When she eventually shows up in a taxi that night, Dong-seok stays in his truck from afar, while Taehan promises retribution for what's happened. Sine was supposed to bring him back at 8:50 p.m., but she's rocked up at 11 p.m. Taehan's family are not happy either, and even worse, Sine starts wrenching Yeol's arm, spoiling the whole night. In fact, as Yeol starts crying, Taehan takes him off to the hospital to get checked out. Her son is okay though, as it turns out, but doesn't want to see Sine after she hurt him. Big drama ensues at Sine's trial too, and it's not good news. It was perhaps obvious, but it's still heartbreaking to see. The editing here is so well done, with music playing, no dialogue and constant shots of the sun against Sine's sobs. Dong-seok tries to help her, urging Sine to eat, and even guiding her to the arcade, to get her mind off things through playing games. It doesn't work as Sine starts to spiral. Dong-seok urges Sine to live for herself, and not go through life without joy. He believes that later in life, if she continues like this, Yeol may also feel depressed, and self-destruct too. Dong-seok gives some tough love for Sine, trying to convince Sine to be sad, but also to live, and not completely lose it. Eventually the pair walk together, where Sine explains what depression feels like. She also decides that she's going to get therapy along with taking her medication. The duo sit together on the beach, where Dong-seok begins working, recording new lines for his van. Sine starts giggling, which alleviates some of her tension and sadness. They stay on the beach all night, and as night turns to day, Dong-seok admits he wants to be happy as well. Sine reaches out and holds his. Our Blues returns with a crushing episode, one that shows the extent of Sine's pain and confirms, if it wasn't already obvious, that Sine has lost custody of Yeol. The birthday celebration certainly feels like a last chance for Sine, that she's completely blown. The visit to the hospital afterwards won't have helped her either. What's nice here, though, is the relationship Dong-seok and Sine. The pair are almost polar opposites in the way they approach life, but both have had hardships and understand one another. This makes for a really fascinating watch, especially during those moments of hardship and emotional turmoil. Our Blues has been a really great watch, though, and each of these stories have served a specific purpose in the grand scheme of things. The ending feels like a decent conclusion for the pair, as they work through their issues, while leaving next week's double bill for another couple to take the limelight.